I want you to watch this whole video, but my bottom line up front is that I closed over 20 transactions my first year in the business. I netted $120,000 in my first year, which was more than what I was making as an active duty Air Force officer. I replaced my active duty income by month 8 of me being a realtor, and I did over $7 million in sales volume. My first year, I capped at month 5 with my 7th transaction, meaning I earned 100% of my commission for the rest of the 15 plus transactions I did for that year. All of that was while I was still a part-time agent. I was still active duty Air Force. Since the start of my second year, I started off 2023 with 5 closings last month in January. I netted $30,000 just last month alone in just commissions. I'm on track now, this second year as a realtor, and the first year as a full-time realtor, where this is now my only career. I'm on track now to make just shy of $300,000. This is one video in a series. The other videos I have is why I joined EXP originally, and another one of why you should join and how it would benefit you, as well as a testimonial of someone on my team who switched brokerages and how it's benefited and improved her life a ton. I joined eXp Realty in July 2021. Currently, it's the beginning of 2023. What a year and a half this has been. In case you don't know my backstory or know my story at all, I was in the military for 10 years and I was completely unhappy. I felt like I was stunted, like my growth was stunted, and my mentality started to switch to one where I was trying to work less, because at the end of the day, everyone of the same rank makes the same amount. They get paid the same, which is a horrible way of thinking. I suffered from depression and anxiety due to my job within the military. I was a special agent in the Air Force Office of Special Investigations. I barely slept, had severe insomnia, was put on a lot of medication, the whole thing. So I was just not in a good spot, and I didn't see the next 10 years in order to retire getting any better. I looked at others who were in the military in years 18, 19, 20, close to retirement, lieutenant colonels, and I didn't want to live the life they were living. Overall, I wanted more control, more autonomy over my life. I wanted freedom to take vacations whenever I wanted without asking anyone for permission. I wanted location independence and get to choose where I live. I wanted my efforts to be directly correlated with my income, not the backward military thinking of those that do good work get rewarded with more work, while like the dirtbag next door who doesn't do a good job actually gets rewarded with fewer tasks on his plate. Overall, I just wanted to spend more time with my family. I had been flirting with the idea of getting my realtor license for about a year before I actually did, and my wife was the one who actually suggested I become a realtor. But because I never viewed it as a true business model, I thought being a realtor was just talking about how pretty kitchens were and opening doors. So I had put it on the back burner for a while until I decided to do some more research, and I started following some realtors and realized it is a whole business. You are a true business owner, and I really liked that. I got my license in July 2021, and I interviewed 12 different brokerages, 12 of them. I wanted to make sure that I made the right choice the first time, and I truly did. I chose a team within a brokerage that, I know I'm biased, but it has truly served me and my needs way more than any other brokerage that I've seen. And I'm not saying I'm better than any other realtor, and I don't mean this in a cocky way at all, but I have looked at other realtors in the brokerages which I had interviewed, and I realized the amount of success that I've had is because of the resources my team was able to provide me for free, since we're a team without any team splits. So you'll see on this page of the website that by partnering with us, you'll have access to the canned emails that you can copy and paste and send to buyers, sellers, investors, and take them through the entire home buying process. We have the onboarding Trello checklist, which will take you a couple of weeks to get through, like how to create an LLC, what exactly to say in your voicemail, courses teaching you the foundation in case you need that, and access to the team leaders, which I have truly utilized in order to grow my business. So I became a realtor while I was still in the military. I was doing 2 full-time jobs at the same time, and it was completely unsustainable, I'll be honest, but I knew that this was my time to grind and make sure that before I left the military and gave up the pay and the benefits, that what I was going toward was actually going to be rewarding. Specifically, I wanted to make sure of 2 things. I wanted to make sure that 1, I could make the same amount of income that I was making as an active duty major in the Air Force. And 2, I wanted to make sure that I liked it. My first month as a realtor, I had my first client, my first commission, and I was hooked since then. And at the time, I was making $107,000 in the military. So all I wanted to do was make sure that I could match that. So I hustled, and I'm not saying this is easy, and I'll touch more on this later, but I told every single person that I knew, no matter how long it had been since I had spoken to them, that I was now a realtor, and I asked them for business. Again, my goal was to match my salary of $107,000, which is what I was paid for the entire full year in the military. And I made that being a realtor in 8 months. I took my foot off the gas at that point because, again, I was working 2 full-time jobs. The rest of the year, I had more transactions, but I stopped prospecting and actively looking for more clients because separating from the military, in case you've never done so, is a ton of work. So I needed to focus my time on that. Even after I had stopped prospecting at month 8, knowing that at that point I decided to separate from the Air Force to do this full time, at the end of my first year, I made $120,000 net with 20 transactions. And at that point, I had answered my 2 burning questions of 1, can I make as much as I'm making in the military? And 2, do I like it? And guess what? I loved it. I get to choose who I work with. I run my own business. I work from home. I'm literally in my sweatpants. I wake up at whatever time I want to, which is still early. And I never thought of myself as being creative, but when you're in charge of your own business, I'm starting to see my creative side that I had never seen before, and I love it. I'm always thinking about ways to streamline my business, how to do more with less. It's truly amazing. If you're not a realtor yet, you might be wondering how I was able to close on 20 transactions my first year. And honestly, I simply followed the checklist and the formula that our team has. And we have our checklist on Trello, which is a free app, and you'll be a part of that soon. That's provided by 5 pillars. And since then, I've created my own Trello checklist with even more detail as far as what to do with specifically, every aspect of the business, walking buyers, sellers, investors through the process of buying their home or selling their home. The 5 pillars team is in my upline and will be in yours as well. They give you the what to do, and Ruben Garcia, who is also in my upline and will be in yours as well, gives you the how to do it, aka like the what to say. By following his course and what he calls his plays, I copy and paste his scripts, of course adjusting it to the client that I'm talking to so it's not salesy, and I hit as many people as I can with that. I utilize those in my upline who will also be in yours. Shelby Osborne, who is my sponsor, she's the CEO of 5 Pillars team. She's a 32-year-old with over 70 rental properties, been financially free. Ruben Garcia is her sponsor, and he is the CEO of Proven by Ruben. He used to be the CEO of the Keller Williams team in Fayetteville, North Carolina, so he's been in the business a long time. And Micah Mruwat and her husband Hamoudi, they're the CEOs of Legacy Builders, and they are Ruben's sponsor. So that is your upline. Micah Mruwat is a senior partner with EXP, and at the time of this recording, we as EXP Realty have around 100,000 agents in all of EXP Realty. Micah was number 300. It's great to have access to somebody that is in such a high position. I've never paid for any of the leads I closed on. Everyone in my upline teaches us how to find your own leads within your own sphere, because trust me, even if you don't think you have a big enough sphere, you have money and commissions waiting for you within your own circle. So I scheduled calls with those in my upline to help me with the pain points that I was struggling with. Anything that I couldn't find the answer to myself, I would ask them, and they did not disappoint. The mentorship with them is amazing. It's extremely helpful to have all of their numbers and their links to their Calendly to schedule a call with them whenever I'm struggling with something. And using the advice that they have given me has tremendously catapulted my business, as it will yours. And I will say though, I don't just schedule a call with them and as soon as they're giving me some advice, I think, no, that's not for me, or that's kind of uncomfortable, or I don't know how I feel about doing that. If I scheduled a call with them and for free, they're taking the time out of their day to tell me what they would do if they were in my shoes, or what they have already done in the past and what worked for them, I do it. It's a proven system they all have, and you just have to step out of your comfort zone and just do it. I follow their steps, no matter how uncomfortable. I followed their advice, and I approve that their system works. After I follow their steps, just like with any mentor, the biggest compliment I think you can give them is telling them that how they utilize their time investing in you, that you actually implemented what they told you to do and the outcome that you had. I keep them updated. You told me to do XYZ, and I did that from this time frame to that time frame, and these are my numbers, this is the outcome, so thank you. By having partnered with this team specifically, my income streams have increased. I not only get paid with commissions, but I also get paid with revenue share, which you will see in one of the videos here explaining that in more detail. There are other models out there with something similar like profit share, but you can't even really compare the two because revenue share is much better. I also get stocks, ownership of, the EXP company, which other brokerages, to my understanding, do not offer. And I get that just by doing my job, which I would be doing anyway at any other brokerage. But this one incentivizes good work and pays you more. Additionally, you don't have to pay for overhead for a brick and mortar office, since there are no desk fees, no office fees, no anything like that, because this is a cloud-based brokerage. brokerage. And if you're a rock star agent and you cap, it's great that you get 100% commission at that point, because some brokerages don't ever even let the agent cap, meaning no matter how good you are, how hard you work, no matter how many transactions you have, you'll never make 100% commission, which is insane and a complete ripoff. On top of that, EXP has the icon program, meaning if you cap and then you do another 20 transactions after you cap, you get that entire cap back, which is the entire $16,000 back to you. No other brokerage that I know of gives hard workers the chance to work in a brokerage for free. So as you've seen in other videos, the cap is $16,000, which is already the lowest that I've seen that you can have when you join as an individual agent, which is amazing. That means that once you've reached your cap and you've paid EXP $16,000, and if you're a true rock star and you do another 20 transactions, you're an icon, you get that $16,000 back to you in the form of stock, meaning you have paid the brokerage nothing during every single one of those transactions. There's no other brokerage that I know of that will give you your cap back for doing the work that you already should be doing. And if you're currently at a brokerage where you can never cap, you are leaving a ton of money on the table. You're just giving that money away. There are other videos in this series that go into the specifics of why EXP. This is my 1.5-year update, and I don't want to overlap too much and repeat information that's already in the other videos, so please check those videos out. I know I'm biased, but this team has helped me earn as much money as I wanted to make. I am only limited by my own work capacity and my own limiting beliefs. Anytime I'm struggling with something, I reach out and I ask for help, and I get the help that I need. Again, I'm on track to make $300,000 this year, and I've only been an agent for 1.5 years. And I know I'm going to continue improving every single year. And I'm excited to see where I'm going to be at in 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10. My goal is to retire early and grow my passive income and enjoy life with those that mean the most to me. All I want to do here is share with you my update, open up and be vulnerable and tell you all my story, because if I can help out just one person achieve their goals, I've won. So if you already know that you want us to partner with you and you're already a realtor and you have your license number, your NERDS number, this is the way ahead. Click the I'm ready button, fill out the application. It'll take about 15 minutes. Add me as your sponsor. My full name is Alexandra Garced. That's super important. Otherwise you won't be a part of this team and everything we give you free access to. And in the next business day or two, I'll get an automatic email saying that you've joined the team. I'll reach out to you and welcome you to the team to talk about your goals and how specifically we can help you reach your goals, whether it's number of transactions, growing the team for revenue share, etc. While simultaneously, behind the scenes, my admin will also welcome you to the team. She's going to send you a welcome package of goodies and add you to all the Google Drives, the Trello checklists, the Slack channels, the private groups that come with being a part of this. At that point, you can hop into any of our trainings that we have every single day of the week and start working on those checklists and hit the ground sprinting. If you know you want us to partner with you and you don't yet have your license, that's okay. You can still apply and join the group. You'll have access to all of our trainings because by filling out the application, that's you confirming that you want us to partner with you. So you'll have access to our trainings. You can join our meetings and everything while waiting for your NERDS number and your license number. It's just going to take a little bit longer for me to get that email to fully onboard you, because it's up to you. Once you get your numbers, your NERDS, and your license, just upload them into the system. And if you're still debating whether this group is for you, watch the rest of the videos to get more of a foundation of EXP and our team in general and what it looks like to partner with us. Then click the button, schedule a call with me. Make a list of all the questions that you want to ask during that call, because we're going to have 30 to 45 minutes. So you want to best utilize your time for higher level questions about specifically how partnering with me will skyrocket you and your business. In that call, I can show you our canned emails, our checklist that we have, all the tools that help me that will in turn help you also make over 6 figures before the end of your first year, should you put in the work. This is me closing the loop back onto what I said earlier about being easy or not. Of course, none of this is a guarantee. I'm not promising any amount of income. What I can promise you is that when you join, you will have access to every single tool you will ever need within our group. And it's just up to you to utilize them and to do the work. Thank you for watching. And I know that I can say on behalf of Shelby Osborne, Ruben Garcia, Micah, and Hamoudi Mruwat that we are all looking forward to partnering with you. Okay, how do I stop it?